Boom. Let the man cook, boys and girls. This one seemed like we never had a chance going into this Monday morning at 11:45 a.m. But Billy and the boys, Rob Sale, he heard our prayers. He heard our screaming and yelling like what is going on with the offensive line side of things. You got 19 offensive lineman coaches, and you only got a 3 offensive linemen. What's going on, boys? We need to start landing some dogs, and some dogs we landed in Mr. Fletcher Westphal, boys and girls. This young man is an absolute beast, standing at 6'8", 320, 315. Doesn't matter where you look. I don't know. The guy's 6'7" on one side, he's 6'9" on another. All I know, he's an absolute tower. He is huge. He's massive. He's 4-star. He's a top 250 prospect, ranked top 20th overall on the offensive tackle side of things, and he is the highest rated offensive tackle for the Florida Gators. With this commit, we still stand in 3rd overall, but my goodness, does this make us move in the right direction for a healthy recruiting class, boys and girls? Puts us at an overall score about 270, okay? Which, look, it's a little bit closer to Ohio State. We ain't close to Georgia yet, but we're a little bit closer to everybody else in front of us. But we got some work to do. But this is what we need to get going after we've had a little bit of a slump. I wouldn't say a slump, but the lull period after the massive recruiting weekend that we had. We needed something to happen, and this is huge. Mind you, we saw our crystal ball to Zay Mincy. We got a crystal ball from him, 4-star safety / cornerback. So things are looking good. We still have some dogs left on our table, but it feels good to land this offensive tackle, especially getting the stars behind it as well. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The offensive tackles, their rating's a little bit confusing. It's a little bit wonky at times because they're not graded the same way as a wide receiver running back. They just don't get developed the same way in high school. But I'm not saying I don't feel good when we get a 4-star. I would like us to see one more offensive lineman for this class, possibly a 5-star if we could, just to kind of help, buff the numbers up a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to be upset about it, but this one's huge here, boys. Take a look at this young man's film. He is an absolute stud. He is a man amongst boys out there. Just look at this, moving the whole line. Get out of his way. He just barricaded the entire line to the right. Not sure if the play was running that way, but he made sure that, hey, we're going that way. Pancake number 2. I should have wore the pancake hat. We should have been making some breakfast with this young man this morning because he's an absolute beast. Look at him. Just look at him. I think he's squatting. I don't know. He's like sitting down so taller than everybody else. Look, this kid doesn't have a chance. Like, why that? Look at this kid. Just getting absolutely mauled by this young man. Mauled. And can you imagine? Look, you can't teach size. That's the biggest thing with offensive tackle. And again, going back to speaking to the recruiting and how the numbers work, right? They don't get developed as much because they just put the biggest guys on the line in high school and say, hey, block the guy in front of you. So if you do got stars in high schools, this is great. But you cannot teach 6'8", 320, okay? Look at this. You can't teach grown man straight, boys and girls. Just pushing that young man to the ground. Now, go to college. Obviously, they're going to get bigger, but this is helping building the trenches, boys and girls. Absolute size on the line. The second biggest, possibly the biggest offensive tackle, depending on where you look. He's probably the biggest offensive tackle we've gotten for this class. Loving what we are building. And this, we squeak out for Clemson on this pick, Georgia, and Arkansas. Now, Georgia's got 19 offensive tackles, so I'm sure the Georgia fans are like, we never really were going after him anyways. Is what it is. It's a huge pickup over Clemson, especially with the rumor mill that's been rolling around with DJ Lagway flipping to Clemson. Look, obviously a lot of concern when they started pulling in some guys, Sammy Brown, some wide receivers they went after. They still a big-time offensive tackle. DJs are going to look like, yo, who's guarding me, right? This is huge. This is a huge win over Clemson. Never thought that I'd say that for a Clemson pickup, but love that we were able to pull another one out of Dabo. Look, DJ was from Dabo. Now we got Fletcher Westphal from Dabo. And a huge shout out to Rob Sell and that offensive line team for getting us on the board here and pulling a big one in and keeping that healthy recruiting class moving in the right direction. But this man's film is no joke. He's a big boy, and he's standing out these big guys. So I absolutely love it. I know you guys are fired up. It's a great way to start our Monday. We've got SEC week just around the corner. SEC Media Day, just around the corner. I'm running out of air. I'm so fired up, boys and girls. So make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, turn the bell on. Obviously, we go live every Wednesday, 8:35. We got some incredible guests lined up over the next few weeks. So if you haven't tuned in for the show, you are missing out. Be sure to check out our past shows if you haven't seen those as well. We'll catch you guys in the next one. God bless. Peace.